Good morning, Midwest Mama here. It is January 11th, 2025. I put out episode 7 yesterday, so I think that means it's day 9, I think. I didn't record yesterday. Man, I feel like a fucking pile of dog shit today, guys. I know nobody likes to look at bitches when they're like this and they're like that and like this and but here we are, and you're looking at me, and maybe you're not, and maybe you do like it. I don't know. I mean, you must if you're here, right? But regardless, this, not very cute. However, it is a result of the pain. But as always, I do have my handy-dandy coffee, so we got that to keep us going. It's Saturday. Again, I'm just trying to stick to this schedule. I got a bunch of boxes still to unpack. I did get some unpacked yesterday. Like, again, this fucking pain just makes it uncomfortable to do just about anything. It's fun. It's great. I love it. Couldn't really love it more than I do. Yep. So just trying to stick to the schedule today. I think that we're going to have a call later with the chat admins, or we're going to open the chat. I'm not entirely certain what we're going to do there, but we need to get that podcast moving. Maybe later we'll talk about the fires going on in California and some current events. I still am learning, guys. I don't know how to do a podcast. I'm just starting my second week. So I watch and listen to a lot of podcasts, but I've never done one. So I'm learning. I'm trying to figure this out. It would be super helpful if somebody could comment and let me know what you want me to talk about or do. I mean, if I have done a couple lives where I sat there and did beading. I was making a necklace, and trying to talk at the same time. If you want to watch me do something like that, a craft, I could fucking sit here and crochet while I talk to you or whatever. I just need feedback. So if you are connected with me on social media, you can give me feedback there. If you are listening to me on YouTube or Spotify, you can give me feedback there. Once I get a better handle on things, I will start condensing episodes and posting them to other platforms. But I am glad you're all here, and I hope you're enjoying my podcast. Okay, I will check back in later. Love you, bye. Hey guys, Midwest Mama here. I'm back. Surprise, I don't look like a bag of trash anymore. Anyhow, it is now 7:45 in the evening, so I waited all day to make another recording. It was a day. It was just a day. We did some unpacking and things like that. I did some rearranging in my office. I don't actually love this. I'm now too far away from the wall that you can see the edges of the tapestry, so I don't love that. I'm probably gonna try to crop it. And I don't love the orientation of my printer. These are a couple of my paintings. I decided I would start hanging some of my paintings up. Still not the greatest lighting. I'm supposed to be getting a ring light from my son, but every time I see him, I forget to get it. So, good job, me. So yeah, I don't know. I wanted to talk about some current event things that are happening. Maybe you guys want to hear my opinions, or maybe you don't, and you're gonna click off of this. I don't know. But one of the big things going on right now is the fires in California. And the reason that we are paying so much attention to it is because that is where my husband is actually from. He grew up in Orange County, which is, I think it's adjacent to LA. So he's very familiar with all these areas. Granted, that was 20 years ago or something. So a lot of things have undoubtedly changed, but it's still the same basic area. And so we're just watching all this and shaking our heads, and it's very sad. But there's some really puzzling things going around the internet about these fires some of it's getting on my nerves. And so I want to talk about that. Okay, everybody watched the Maui fires videos, right? And those fires definitely did look unnatural to me. And the way that they skipped the houses with the blue roofs and just lots of shit about that seemed unnatural, okay? We're talking about California now, and California has fires almost every single year. This is nothing new. They also have these Santa Ana winds every fucking year. It's not new, okay? And there's so many people on the internet right now going, these fires look like they're direct energy weapons, DEWs. Guys, I can't with the stupidity. Do you not know how wind works? I live in Indiana, okay? And we don't have fires here. We have lots of other shit. We have lots of wind and lots of flat land, right? And what happens, I'm just going to break this down really simple for everybody. So what happens is the wind here might come and pick up my trash can, okay? And it might carry my trash can a block away down the street, okay? And drop it off in somebody's yard. And then I have to go get it. But if my trash can was on fire and the wind picked it up and carried it down the neighbors to a wooded area, guess what is going to happen? Can anybody guess? Guess what? whatever gets picked up that's on fire and gets carried and lands somewhere else, it starts a new fucking fire. It's not rocket science, people. It's really not. Like, I don't understand the amount of clickbait or rage bait that I keep seeing on the internet. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'll be the first one to tell you about a new conspiracy. But guys, this is not it, okay? This one is not it. This is normal shit for California, except it's bigger and it's in a different area and it's where all of Hollywood lives and it's where all the rich people are. So that's why it's being so widely discussed. It's not directed energy weapons. It's not some rando out there setting fires. I mean, I suppose the first one or some of them could be caused by homeless encampments who are using fire to cook their food or to stay warm or whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't live there. I'm not homeless. I can't speak for that, okay? But like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. But did they start a fucking wildfire that's burning all of Los Angeles on purpose? I very much doubt it. Now, all that said, the talk about news usually relates to 15-minute cities, which I have read quite a bit about. I'm not dumb, okay? Like, you might think I'm dumb. I don't know. I don't think I'm dumb. But I do a lot of research and a lot of reading. I mean, it definitely does seem like some of the places where these disasters are occurring have been put on some sort of list to become a 15-minute city. Okay, I'll give you that. I will give you that. And I know that they have like a timeline that whoever they is, that they want to follow. Okay, I'm going to give you that one. But directed energy weapons, really? Are we that stupid that we have like just completely lost our fucking minds and forgotten how wind and fire work? Come on, guys. Okay, now, here are the things in my mind that make this strange. One is that 3 months before these fires started, so 3 months ago, many, if not all, of the homeowners insurance companies decided to drop these areas or drop their fire insurance. Again, I do research, okay, but I didn't do all of the research. I am just telling you the bits and pieces that I've picked up. I know that the insurance companies are not covering these fires now. The homeowners insurance bailed out 3 months ago. So there's that. That's weird. But I don't know. Insurance is one of the biggest scams in this country anyways. So that's a whole nother topic. The other thing that's really weird is in the last couple of months, LA County has cut $17.6 million in funding for the fire departments right before fire season. Oh, that seems kind of strange, doesn't it? It does. It seems real strange. It seems to me like maybe these fires were not set intentionally, but people know that these fires happen every year, and so they were just waiting for the next one to happen and for the winds to be just right. I do think that weather manipulation is a thing, okay? Like, so I mean, I think the winds could definitely be exacerbated by okay? But like, they don't need directed energy weapons to start fires in California. Fires start in California all the fucking time. Duh! Okay, so the county cut 17.6 million funds for the fire department. Do you guys know where those funds were redirected to? I'm going to tell you. And this is off of just one article I read. Again, I haven't fact-checked everything, but this was like an article off of a mainstream news source. So not that I necessarily believe those either, but anyways, this is what they are saying. If they are saying it, I don't know. Anyways, okay, let's continue. The funds went instead, some of the funds, I only have allocation of some of the funds. 14,000 of that 17.6 million went to the gay men's chorus. Okay. I'm all for gay men and their choruses, but like priorities, like all of the things I'm about to tell you, it's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, there's priorities. Okay. Like having fire departments that have enough resources to put out fucking fires that happen every single year. And then there's things like gay men's chorus. Great. Good. Yes. Sing. Gay men everywhere. Join the chorus. Good. How about join the fucking fire department? Can we have a gay men's fire department? Jesus Christ. Yeah. And trans homeless was another one of the things that funds were allocated for. It's a good cause. We want to help the homeless. I want to help the trans homeless. I don't want to help the homeless or trans homeless more than I want to save like all of the people within them. Because where are the trans homeless people now? Now that their city's on fire and they don't have anywhere to go and they couldn't get out, where are they now? Where's all that money? Where's those people that we allocated all that money to? They're not at the fire department helping put out the fires? They're probably dead is where they are. Dumbasses. Not the trans homeless people, by the way. The budget people. Dollars got redirected to syringe kits for the homeless. Away from the fire department, given to homeless people in the form of syringes, tourniquets. Not for life-saving amputations, actually, for drugs. For shooting up drugs. The government took money away from the fire department and gave it to the homeless people so they can shoot up drugs with clean needles. You guys, where are those homeless people now? They gave $100,000 for Juneteenth. There's nothing to celebrate if the fucking city burns to the ground. Again, 15,000 for gay and trans alphabet heritage. So many things I want to say there, but go you. But can we just give the money back to the fucking fire department? Jesus Christ. $4.5 million was reallocated for electric vehicle charging stations where they're going to charge their cars with no electricity because the power grid is burnt to the ground. It's good. $250,000 for equality and inclusion programs. Do you see what I'm getting at, you guys? $17.6 million was taken away from the first responders, the fire department, the people who can keep all these other people alive. What are we doing? What the fuck? Like, the focus is backwards. You gotta keep the people alive before you can worry about whether or not they're using clean needles. Come on. Like, oh my God, my husband read a story today that said that there was some fire departments from somewhere else that got either called up or volunteered to help. They were turned down. Do you want to know why? Because they didn't pass the California emissions inspection. Did you hear me? The fire trucks that wanted to come help put out the fires didn't pass the California emissions inspection. Why are we worried about emissions when you've got entire cities burning? We're really worried about the emissions of a few helpful fire trucks to help put out the fires when we have tire factories and houses and businesses and medical facilities and schools burning to rubble. We're worried about the fire truck's exhaust. Does this make any fucking sense? No, it does not. Like, I swear, this is the shit that gets me in the conspiracy, because, like, why are they doing this? Not starting the fires. Why are they letting it all burn to the ground? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? The governor or whoever the fuck made that decision, throat punch. Anyways, so yeah, that's all going on. Then I heard yesterday that a huge apartment building in New York or something was on fire. Like, you guys, we're kind of fucked. Everything's on fire, and if it's not on fire, it's frozen. Also, here's my question. Isn't California next to the ocean, which is full of water? Like, a tsunami would put out all these fires. Just saying. Not saying that that should happen or whatever. I'm just saying it would put out the fires, I think. Salt water is not flammable. So I think I did see that they were trying to, like, scoop up the water and drop it on the fire, and that wasn't working. I think probably because of the wind. But, like, there's no water. These places that are on fire, there's no water. They've diverted all the water to save the fish. So again, like, I don't think it's a direct energy weapon starting these fires. That's just done by nature and wind. But the setup to not have any support to put the fires out, that part definitely seems like a conspiracy, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't sound good. Oh, yeah. That's my rant. Shit. I'm sure I'm probably going to lose some people with that. I've been trying to not get political. I am not a political podcaster. I could be, but I would lose at least half of you. And I don't want to do that. I just want to talk about things that are going on in the world and tell you what I'm seeing and get some feedback maybe. Because, like, this shit's whack. Super whack. Whack, 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 wackadoo. So, okay, love you. Bye. Good morning, everybody. It is now Sunday morning. I think I've decided to just do one weekend podcast. So between Saturday and Sunday, I will just record a bunch of segments and then smash them all together into one podcast. Might be a little bit longer than the average, but I guess that's okay, right? I thought I looked better than my average days, but the more I sit here, the more I'm wondering. Okay, so yesterday I talked about DEWs in California, and I still don't necessarily believe that that's what's happening. Again, I live in Indiana, so I'm so far away that I honestly cannot speak to what's happening in another state, especially a state as far away as California. But after I made my video yesterday about California, presumably because my phone's in here, Facebook started showing me a bunch of reels related to direct energy weapons and the conspiracies surrounding the California fires. So I may stand corrected. I don't know. The government is never going to tell us that they're using these weapons, especially on us. So we may never have the answers to that question. But one of the reels that I saw yesterday was related to a lady's neighbors saw some guy behind their homes on a hill spreading gasoline or trying to put gasoline in the sewer. I guess. So the thing is, anybody can say anything. And like I said yesterday, fires happen in California every year. It's not new. And wind carries things. And if that thing is on fire, the fire will spread. That is just science, like literally science. So as to whether or not somebody is starting some of these fires, I suppose that's possible. I personally don't believe things until I see them. If there's another explanation that seems more reasonable, like for instance, it's California and it's windy, then I tend to go with the logical answer. I know yesterday I got kind of heated when I was discussing this and possibly sounded unsympathetic to the people who are being displaced or dying or struggling or suffering. And I am not unsympathetic. I am very sympathetic. I can't even imagine what that would be like. I have no experience of which I can base that off of, like zero. I've never been involved in any type of natural disaster. I did live in the Dominican Republic for 2 years as a teenager, and they have hurricanes. But we were up in the mountains and the hurricanes didn't reach us. It was rainy and it was windy and miserable, but it was not a hurricane. So I guess it's possible that people are starting these fires, or some of them, on purpose. Like I said yesterday, I think probably the first one might have been started by accident. Somebody's fire got out of control before they even knew what to do. That's possible, okay? But I don't think that all these relocated fires are necessarily a result of nefarious activity. I just don't see it. Like wind. I don't really know what else to say about it, but I just wanted to address that again because I did watch some more videos and reels of people talking about it. I mean, the news is talking about it, obviously, because it's unavoidable. Like, it's pretty obvious. But most of my information is actually coming from people who are there. Although, you know what? Like, it's so hard with the internet to tell anymore what's real and what is AI. Like, fucking impossible. Can we just stop that? It's bullshit. I hate it. It makes me question everything even more than I already do. Literally, I'm at this point where like some crazy thing could be happening, including these fires. I've seen plenty of videos of these fires and asked myself, is that AI? I don't know. But I'm half tempted to get on a motherfucking airplane just so I can go observe it with my own eyeballs. What does the world come to, guys? It's just insane. If this isn't the end, I don't want to be here at the end. This is a lot of bullshit. And it's already confusing. Can you imagine how much more confusing life could be? So yeah, I don't know. I feel like at this point, it's just really anyone's guess. We're just all doing the best we can, I think, including me and you and everybody else. People who are watching this podcast, people who are not watching this podcast, we are all just doing our best. And that's really all any of us can do. So maybe I'll find another news story to talk about. We're just gonna chill this afternoon. My husband has to work again this evening. So trying to hold the fort down. Okay, I'm gonna hop off here. Maybe I'll find something else to talk about later. Love you, bye.